I've been having a lot on my mind as it pertains to Second Life, and today's Vlogmas video, I just want to come through and sit and chat and yap for a little bit. I don't have a script. This is just all coming off the dome, and sometimes I'm not the best at articulating what I want to say verbally. I'm better at communicating via, you know, words, handwritten text, whatever. I communicate better that way. Just, I don't know, sometimes I overthink and the way that I want to say things doesn't always come out the way I intend them or the way I envision communicating that. So hopefully, what I'm going to say today resonates with people, or you guys can understand where I'm coming from. And I really wanted to talk about Second Life and how it feels to be a Second Life creator and how it feels to be perceived as a Second Life creator. So I found this platform, Second Life, in high school. Someone that I knew had a Second Life account, and when I was growing up, my mom really didn't let me like out that much. Not that I didn't have a lot of freedom to do stuff and I wasn't sheltered, but she just didn't believe in me like being outside uh in the way that you want to be outside when you're in like middle school, high school. So she was very particular about who I hung out with, where I went, what I did. I had to get permission to do things, and I do understand that it was because of the environment that I grew up in. I'm from inner city Millville. Some people back home call it the third ward of Millville. That's where I grew up. So I don't fault her for, keeping me a bit more sheltered in that environment. And then my dad is the same way too. My dad was very protective of my brother and I. So they just, they wanted to set us up for success. So I spent a lot of time, at home or with friends that I was allowed to hang out with and my family. And I also spent a lot of time at home babysitting. I have a younger brother. We're 9 years apart. So I said all that to say that my journey in being chronically online in the metaverse started when I was in like high school. Growing up, I played games like Neopets and all the Barbie dress up games. And if you have followed me on my gameplay diary, you would know that Infinity Nikki is now my entire personality. It's literally all I want to play. I have it on my iPad. I want it on Switch. I needed to come out on Switch. I have it on the computer. Infinity Nikki is life. Infinity Nikki is life. So yeah, I grew up playing games that, prepared me to be obsessed with that game. Like a lot of dress up games. I played a lot of things on the N.com and uh, Mies and, all this type of IMVU, all those games. The little like online, what was it, like hotel, hobo, like all of that. When I was in like middle school or something, maybe a little bit older, there was like the Club Penguin era. So, I did all of those games growing up. So when I was in high school, I was like 15 or 16, you're online, you're playing these games like IMVU or Neopets or whatever, and you see all of these Second Life ads. So I already knew someone that played Second Life, so I made an account. And, I am proud to say that, yes, I was born July 13th, 1992. Proud 90s baby. I'm 32 years old. And this is a platform that I've been, not consistently, and we'll talk about that later, but I have been on Second Life on and off since I was in high school. And there are so many people that have my shared experience. You find it in high school, you play it a little bit, maybe your freshman year, but then you're outside for real, you're outside. And then you come back for a little bit, finals all over, holiday breaks, you're working over the summertime and saving money, and you come back, but then you leave because you got somewhere to be. Parties are out. And then boom, you leave Second Life because you get your first big girl job, big boy job, big they them job, and you leave Second Life for a prolonged amount of time. You might log on every 4 to 6 months, and that was my experience. And I came back to Second Life for two reasons. One, there was the pandemic. I don't even know if I could say that on YouTube. YouTube runs a very tight ship, but there was the pandemic, and then also I had some things. I won't get too deep into it, but I had some things going on, health wise, right before the pandemic that changed my life forever. Things that I'm still dealing with. So anyway, when I came back to Second Life, it was the pandemic. I was dealing with health stuff that just it just was a lot for me to wrap my head around. So I got laid off during the pandemic, right? It was literally a Friday. I ain't had no job. I ain't had nothing to do. So I came back to the internet. I even remember like checking this YouTube channel and I was like, oh, I have this thing. I remember checking it and that one video, that adoption video, that if you ask me to this day, I am not very fond of that video. I don't really like it, but I checked it and it was like, at the time, maybe like 40,000 people watched it. And I was like, why? Like, why? And I don't know. Like slowly, I just started making more content and sharing a bit more of myself. I never anticipated anything. Like when I first started making content for YouTube, I was like younger and I didn't have any plans. This isn't my first channel, by the way. So I would just upload like little videos. And then I remember when I saw a video by Strawberry Linden, and I was like, oh, she mothered. Like, oh, she came onto the YouTube streets and put Second Life on. I kid you not. You ask anybody that makes Second Life content, and 9 times out of 10, they will tell you that they were inspired by Strawberry Singh, who we now know as Strawberry Linden. She would even have like uh, challenges and tags, and I will circle back to that a little bit later. But she was just like so cool to me. I just thought Strawberry was like amazing, and she approached Second Life in a way that a lot of people didn't as it pertains to like creating content. And I know sometimes in Second Life when you hear create content, people think, oh, you make mesh. It's like, no, girl, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about making videos, taking photos, blogging, vlogging, like curating content. So she actually opened up a whole new perspective with Second Life, because back then, a couple years ago, I was trying to learn how to like make mesh. I really wasn't good at it at the time. I had the adoption agency, but that was something that I made when I was like in high school. I had the Urban Hearts adoption agency, and that was something that I did when I was like 15, 16, little high schooler, and I had like a family in Second Life at the time. Honestly, I hope they're doing well. The Fairweathers, I don't know if they still get on till this day, but they were really sweet people. They clocked me very early into getting to know me, that I was in high school, and I was always afraid that somebody would snitch on me and kick me off the platform, but they clocked it because they were like, you be going to bed around the time mamas be telling kids to go to bed. You're never around during school hours. So yeah, they picked up on that I mean, I was young. So they taught me about business in Second Life, and how to make linden, and I learned a lot from them. Do I put it into practice? No. However, I do appreciate them for everything that they showed me. So that's where my Second Life started. It was very business oriented. I was on a kid Avi because I don't know about y'all, but when like I was on Second Life when I was in high school, I found, I'm not going to use the word because it's a slur for some of y'all. It's not a slur for me, and YouTube don't really like the word. But I was like, wow, a lot of y'all blanks are weird. Like, y'all are weird. Y'all are strange. So yeah, I was just on a kid Abby. and doing my little urban hertz adoption agency business. And, that kind of fizzled out when I went to college. And that's when I made my Ivory I Murray account. And then that's when, I started doing sorority life and cheerleading, and I had Dakota, and yeah, I started this channel, and that's basically my second life in a nutshell. And I would say that, again, I started this with no expectations. I never thought that anybody would find my content, because Second Life really wasn't something that you could just like get on YouTube. And the way that people create for The Sims, you couldn't just get on YouTube and be like, I'm gonna watch a Second Life video, because there were all of like maybe 4 people that were taking Second Life seriously. A lot of the Second Life content was troll content, which is, something that I even dabbled in back then. But I was like, this isn't fair because I'm kind of too good at it. And yeah, I was a different person back then when I was young too. We all grow, we all change. And I was like, yeah, this isn't it for like, this isn't, I don't want to do this. So again, that's when I discovered Strawberry and just started this channel and made content in a way that made me feel good. And I shared the way that I played my Second Life, and it's been really refreshing to you know hear that you inspire people, or people, oh, I've enjoyed this video, I've seen it. And a lot of times, as a Second Life creator, kind of, I don't know if everybody, I can't speak for everyone, but I think as a Second Life creator, you just often feel like you're creating content into a void, right? Because I've said this before, Second Life is niche by choice. Like, it does not have to be niche. There are things that can be implemented to ensure that they have a better presence on social media, like a lot of their competitors within the same field, these like metaverses or these life simulation games. I don't know what they're like, I don't know why, but to all these years later, and Second Life still feels like niche, and it should not be niche. After all these years, it should have all of the same presence and weight to their name, the same way that Roblox or like The Sims does. So yeah, I feel like oftentimes we are making these videos out into the void. And in a little bit, I do want to talk about how it feels when you create for Second Life, and how it feels to be perceived as someone that is on Second Life. I don't want to touch on that now. So yeah, if you are someone that creates Second Life videos, and a lot of times I feel terrible, because when I tell y'all, I see a lot of your videos, like when I'm at work, I watch a lot of YouTube at work. Sometimes Twitch. I really don't watch as much Twitch as I used to. Like, the extent of what I watch on Twitch is like, my friends that stream, like people I talk to on a weekly basis. Um, I watch 𝐻𝒶𝓅𝓅𝓎, I watch Carmen King, I watch Little Simsy when she's on Twitch. There's a couple other simmers that I watch, and that's it. The Twitch is kind of like a cesspool, low key. I watch some role players. I like to watch people do Red Dead role play, and that's it. I don't ask me nothing else about what goes on Twitch, because I don't know. Like, I keep my Twitch very small, and that's it. Coco Ellen, I like to watch her create things with Blender, and it's always refreshing. I admire it. I really don't get in Blender like I used to, but yeah. So when I'm on YouTube, like, I'm so used to being a Twitch viewer where you could just lurk. I do the same thing with YouTube. Like, I lurk in the videos, I see your videos, I'll be able to give them a thumbs up, but I always feel bad because I don't leave comments. And that's just something that I want to work on. I feel like the Second Life vlogger community is so disconnected from each other. Over the years, I always try to figure out why, right? Like, you don't often see people within the Second Life community doing collaborations, or just not, and this is not everybody, because there are some people that have been so amazing. I'm just talking about Second Life as a whole. This is not about anybody in particular. I do want to stress that because I know y'all be grasping at straws sometimes with your delusions. But yeah, like oftentimes you don't really see a lot of that in the Second Life YouTube space. And even what you see on Second Life's official YouTube channel is very curated, and they're very particular about who they put on that channel. I, rarely see people that look familiar or akin to, I feel like I don't know if, I know it's not their intention. I know it's not their intention, but I just feel like it's very disconnected to what should be represented on their YouTube channel based off of, how their community is as a whole, what their content creators look like, their different walks of life that they come from as a whole. Their social media platform is not representative of that. Maybe that's something they could work on in the future. No shade to y'all, but that is definitely something you could improve on. And I been thinking just like through the years, I'm like, what is it about being a Second Life YouTuber that makes people feel so reserved? And then, like I said, I peep a lot. And then there are things that I even know personally that people have said about me that, I see everything, I hear a lot, I don't speak on things, but, um, I've watched people's videos where they're complaining about someone copied me, someone did this way, they want to be like me. No, baby, we all watch the same how to grow on YouTube, how titles, tags, and descriptions, blah, blah, blah. Like, we all watch them same videos, let's be for real. And I just feel like there's just such a negative perception sometimes of like fostering a community with Second Life vloggers. Like I see a lot of people's videos and I'm like, wow, they seem like a cool person. I would love to work with them, but I never reach out because I already know what to anticipate because it is what it is. And I mean that with, all respect. So I think sometimes I come off as unapproachable to people. And that's because I had to learn to be protective of my space and my energy as well. And, people will try to take advantage of you, or, if you get an opportunity that might make them bitter. And it shouldn't be that way. I hope that, 2025 is right here in a few days. And I just hope that going forward that the Second Life vlogger community can enter a space where we feel like it's an actual community, not a competition. Like I just feel like everyone feels so disconnected from one another, and it kind of sucks because I often imagine like what would it be like if the Second Life YouTuber community could take notes from like other gaming communities and just foster a sense of togetherness. And I understand that again, you do have people that are opportunists. You do have people that only see you as a number. Well, I'm not going to talk to you because you don't have XYZ numbers. What can you do for me? And I I don't see things that way. And that's something that I often have to remind myself too. Is just because I don't think that way doesn't mean that other people don't. Because I mean, the way I see it as well, like we have this very niche thing in common. Like, how can we build off that in a way that's just fun? But yeah, um, I don't know. Like the Second Life like vlogger community, sometimes it kind of makes me sad because it's just like you have so many people that make this amazing content. Can you imagine what it would be like if we just all, got together and created a lot of noise for this platform that we all know and love? But I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about that. It's just, yeah. Another thing that I've been having on my mind as a person that creates content for Second Life is that, like, my community, you guys that come through and watch other Second Life residents, like you see these videos and you appreciate them. But I also create content for like The Sims, and I also used to do GTA RP. Well, I still do. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I also do like Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay. And like the way that people, like the comments that they make about Second Life or like people from Second Life, it's always kind of like offensive. Like I feel like I often catch strays because people have such this negative connotation attached to people that create Second Life content, or not even create content, but like just people that are on Second Life in general. They view you as like a weirdo. Mind you, Grand Theft Auto, right? Like these GTA roleplay folks, they do the same things. I was watching this YouTube video and they had something similar to the Mama Alpha HUD. So you mean to tell me that you're rolling around in Los Santos living a fake life with your fake boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, adopting adults, creating families, being in a gang, pretending to be a thug, a gangster, getting pregnant, having people role play as Sims 4, OBJ, body, kids, and you think that that's any different than what goes on in Second Life? Like, low key, y'all be bouncing and blushing and ERPing on these servers. Y'all be having nasty emotes. Like, it gets pretty graphic. Not only that, wasn't in the most prolific GTA roleplay server, that one that I have zero intentions on going back to roleplay, wasn't y'all having group sessions? Wasn't y'all cheating on husbands? But y'all think people in Second Life are weird. Okay. Like I said that to say it's pretty much the same thing. And it always amazes me that, people, and I can say this because, again, I do Red Dead roleplay. I used to do GTA RP for hours, but it amazes me that people that sit and roleplay barely get up to go take a piss, right? They look at people that are in Second Life and they think we're weird. You know what I mean? Like it's all the same thing. Second Life, VR chat, GTA roleplay, Red Dead roleplay, IMVU. It is all the same. We all get online and we have equally dorky hobbies. Like this, it's all the same. You're no better than anybody that's from Second Life or IMVU or that does like Sims 4 roleplay. Like it's all the same. I promise you, you are not any better. If anything, our avatars look pretty good here on Second Life. I know some people be looking hit, but yeah, I feel like we got some good things going on here within Second Life. People even pay to roleplay, right? Like in these Reddit servers and these GTA servers, like you're paying like $100 a month just so that you can get through a queue and clout chase. But we're weird, and that I don't know. It's just like people just look at you funny when they discover that you play Second Life. And it's just like, oh, don't people on Second Life have like babies and stuff like that? They do it in GTA. Like they do it in like Reddit. They write themselves off. Oh, I got pregnant. I'm gonna go get married. And it's like that's pretty much the same thing. You know, and to me, I play Second Life like I play The Sims. So it's just kind of like the same thing when your sim has a mini me. Like that's the way I see it. And even like with the coda, like when I came back to Second Life, I really didn't have no intentions on continuing that RP because, like I said, it's something that I did when I was like way younger in like my freshman, junior year of college or something like that. But I brought her back and I was like, it's fun. And I just kept it going. And, she was a Zuby baby for a while. I think another thing that people have this, like, people have this idea that everyone in Second Life takes it so seriously and, oh, like, oh my God, they think that's their real life. No, like, everyone that I know, like, even people that I've met in passing in Second Life, like, I promise you, most of us know that this is a virtual, like that girl that you see on that couch, baby, that is not me. That is an avatar. And again, in these platforms you'll have the same thing. You have people that character bleed or they project a lot of who they are onto their characters. And it gets even more complex. Like, you have people that assume that you are being a self insert when you're in like GTA or like Red M, because they are a self insert and they don't know how to decipher what is real, what is role play. And I got a quick lesson from that when I role played the character Celestine in Red Dead. I think a lot of people were confusing that character for who I am as a person, and it's just literally role play. Like, it's none of it was real. I That is not me in real life. No, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. I will literally cry. And it's just, I think that it kind of sucks sometimes because there's always that need to like embrace the cringe when you're creating content. If you're doing YouTube or streaming, oftentimes a lot of this stuff feels cringy. And I did get to a point with my content where I was like, well, I feel like people are like judging me or like low key making fun of me because of the type of content that I create and, the content that my community enjoys. And when I came back, before I did Vlogmas, I was like, honestly, I can't say those words on YouTube. I forgot this isn't Twitch. Honestly, I don't care about those people. Like, if you are putting someone down because what they enjoy is not the same thing as what you enjoy, that you're just like, you're not a good person. You're a mean person. And I feel like if you have a fully developed frontal lobe and you're still out here making fun of people, shame on you. Like, you need to go back and cook a little bit more. Like, there's something undone with you, especially when you're doing something that's legit the same. And I had to learn to like tune all of that out and just say, you know what? I love storytelling. I love storytelling this way. I love that when I create these videos and share it with my community, it makes them happy. And that's all that matters. I had to tune out a lot of the little like snide comments because I think because I'm not the type of person, I don't speak on everything, but I peep. I peep a lot. I hear a lot. I peep a lot. I just don't really give a reaction because not everything is deserving of a reaction. But I don't forget. I retain everything. And it really inspired me to just say, you know what? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm having fun. You guys are having fun watching. And that's all that matters. And that just, again, goes back to like feeling like you're in a void because Second Life just has such a Second Life just has such a bad reputation. A lot of people think that it's just this like freaky deaky game that people get on, and that that's not it. Like, so many people don't even utilize Second Life in that way. Like, I kid you not. Although that is a large portion of Second Life and it does drive the economy, but that's true in anything. Like, that's true on this platform. Like, look at all of y'all that do wicked wins. Look at all y'all that pay that man's bills. Look at all y'all that keep Turbo Driver fed. And you want to talk about people being freaky on Second Life and you like I'm a simmer, right? I'm in the EA Creator Network, but y'all judge people on Second Life for, there being adult content, yet a lot of simmers cannot play. Like, they literally crash out. Like, you want to talk about seeing a community crash out bad. Let Wicked Whims not be updated. Everybody's crying, they're throwing babies, the world's on fire. Like, everybody's having a bad day because they can't use Wicked Whims. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to like this metaverse stuff or like these life simulation games, I think that Second Life often gets like the evil stepchild treatment. And it sucks because it is such an amazing platform. Like, you won't be able to go anywhere else and create a character avatar with this level of detail. And me personally, I don't even go for that hyper realistic look with my avatar because it kind of gives me uncanny valley vibes. But like, you can create a very hyper realistic avatar and it can be super detailed and complex, maybe a little bit too complex at times, but like, you really can't go anywhere else and do that. You can't go anywhere else and create a virtual business that allows you to sustain yourself just through this platform. There are people making $10,000, and that's just like, you know, a minimum range too. Like there are people making well over six figures. Angie Chung became a millionaire off of Second Life real estate. So I just, I don't know. I think that I love making Second Life content. I love being a Second Life vlogger. I love that you guys love it. But sometimes it just feels like, you know, and people are going to judge you until you're 6 feet under. But I feel like a lot of times it's like a lot of the judgment and hate that Second Life gets is kind of forced because, as I said, at the end of the day, it's all the same. It's all the same. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to come through and yap for a little bit about it because, and this video is more so for like anybody out there who is a Second Life creator or aspires to be a Second Life content creator. Keep going, keep pushing, keep putting those videos out, even if it feels cringy, even if it feels like no one's watching, even if it feels like no one cares and you're just putting videos out there into a void. Keep going, because if it makes you happy and you love what you do, that's all that matters. Like you just do it. Like I oftentimes can be pretty hard on myself with this YouTube channel. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, that video, blah, 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 didn't do so well. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And that's, I feel like maybe from like 2022 to like 2020, maybe like even beginning of this year, I would often have this like concept like, is there something I'm doing wrong? I must be doing something wrong. And I had to like just let myself know, like, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm having fun and I like what I make, and that's all that matters. It might resonate with a wide audience, it might resonate with a niche audience, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day now, like I put out videos that make me feel good, make me happy, and that's it. And that's all it should be. But yeah, like Second Life YouTube, it's difficult. Even with TikTok, like even Second Life TikTok as well. I just feel like we as Second Life creators uh, don't get to have the same opportunities as people that create for other games. And another thing that I want to say too, because I know a lot of people have Second Life YouTube channels that are heavily based around Second Life. And honestly, one Second Life YouTuber that again, I'm terrible at leaving comments. I do watch a lot, I do leave likes, but I have so much respect for Mila Vanderbilt because she, you know, branched out and she's doing stuff different and she seems to be having a really good time and enjoying what she's doing. And I think that's great. Like, don't limit yourself. And I kind of had to like branch out and do other things because I kept getting burnt out with Second Life, and I just felt like I don't know. I just felt like I was in a box, and like Second Life had me in a box. But like, don't be afraid to like branch out. Like, if you do want to have a YouTube channel, don't think that you only have to post Second Life. Like, if you like The Sims, you can post The Sims. If you play other games like Infinity Nikki, oh, just me? Is it just me that's playing Infinity? Oh my goodness. Anyway, but yeah, if you play other games, like share that. Share more of who you are as a person, and don't feel like you have to just have a Second Life YouTube channel. In my experience, you know, there are some growing pains when you're putting out variety content, and that's okay. You know, I think that if you do, you know, a Second Life video, a Second Life video, a Second Life video, Hail Mary, and then you go back, Second Life video Sims, Second Life video, Second Life video, um, role play, GTA, Red M, whatever, Second Life. Then you go to like Roblox or Minecraft. YouTube is very unforgiving when you change up what you want to do, and that's something that I also learned the hard way. And if I would have known that, I mean, hindsight is 2020. But if I would have known that, I would have followed that formula. It's been it's been working for me now, because that's what I've been doing. I'll put out a couple Second Life videos and then I'll do something variety. YouTube likes that better. If you do want to start branching out, just, make sure that you find a balance. But again, just don't feel limited to Second Life, because you're so much more than a Second Life avatar. Unless like that you just want to make Second Life content, that's fine. But I know from experience that like just making Second Life content, you do get burnt out. Uh, yeah, you do get burnt out. I mean, and maybe you're not the type of person that gets burnt out. Like I tell you guys all the time, like I have ADHD. That is not a joke. I've been diagnosed with ADHD. I just, yeah, people that have ADHD, we are prone to burnout. And I think that, when you have a platform like this that is super niche, and that's just not always the most ideal combination. So I just learned to I just learned to take myself outside of the box of being a Second Life content creator. It was scary at first because I was like, well, people only want to watch me when I put out Second Life content. Like, no one cares. I remember when I first started putting out Sims videos, I was like, no one cares when I post them. Like, nobody wants to see that. But somebody might. Like, in when the first video, it might be like 20 people that want to see it. The next video, it might be 100 people. And then, hey, one day you might get a video and 1,000 people wanted to see it. And that's fine. But just, don't feel like you only have to make Second Life content, because that again gets, yeah, it's in the long run it doesn't always feel fun. So yeah, I really wanted to just come here and sit down and not only just like speak to my community about like how I feel and like where I've been and my journey as a Second Life creator, but I more so just wanted to like tap into Second Life content creators and just let them know that they are seen, they are valued. Another Second Life creator that I really like, because they are honestly just the most sweetest and most genuine, most like uplifting person, the Ariel XO. If you're not showing Ariel any love, if you're not subscribed to her, if you're not liking her videos, if you're not in her comment section, you are doing something wrong. Like I genuinely feel like she is just such a ray of light. She's a very sweet person, and I I love the journey that she had, and I love that she's branching out, and I love that she's doing other things, and I hope that she's enjoying it, right? And that's what it's all about. Like, create the Second Life content, but don't feel like that's all you have to do, because it does it does get stale after a while. And I also think that, we have to be more, we have to give each other grace as fellow creators. Like, I know there are some people out there that just have nasty spirits. Like, a lot of the stuff that they make is negative. A lot of the things that they say is negative. I do have a video up and I stand 10 toes down on it. Some people might call me negative, talk about me, not want to associate with me. That's fine. But, it's not like I have a whole history of, bashing other people in Second Life, bashing creators. That's not me. I feel like it's one thing to have an opinion, and it's just one thing to like tear people down within the Second Life YouTube community. It shouldn't be that way. So I feel like we just really need to give each other grace and just be more uplifting and show each other a bit more love, because no one else is showing it to us. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting it. We're not getting it from the Lindens. I don't know if any of you have, no shade, Linden Lab. No shade, no shade. I don't know if you guys have read that agreement when you sign up for the Second Life Blogger Network. Um, I don't think that's for me. I do not think that is for me. Uh, I just feel like they want a lot, but they don't pour back into us. And it's nice to get early access to information. You know, it's nice to be informed. It's nice to be able to be explained things that are happening within Second Life and being prepared to present that to my community. But again, I read that contract and then just, and for me, I have worked with like other like indie games. I'm a part of the EA Creator Network. Coming soon, Enzoy will be coming out in March. I am a part of their influencer program. So I have had enough experience outside of Second Life to confidently say that the relationship that they want with people that blog and vlog feels very unilateral. At oftentimes it seems like, okay, I can do this for Second Life. I could create this for Second Life. I can make a video about this, but what do we what do we get as appreciation as bloggers and vloggers? And I think that that's something that the team is just going to have to sit there and see, you know, clearly they see that we have value, right? Like they know we have value, but what are they investing into that value to show that they appreciate, you know, their free billboards, content creators? And it just, it feels, again, it feels very one-sided. So I don't know if that's for me. I still would hope to be able to continue to be in attendance at their press conferences, because again, I do think that they're imperative for uh, vloggers, bloggers, so that we can properly communicate what's going on and what the future of Second Life is. I feel like all of us care about the platform and we want to see it do well. And I do hope that they keep it open to some people and understand that, you know, content creators, we do have the right to our opinions. Sometimes I do think that some people do get a little bit overzealous with what they say and how they approach you know, just expressing themselves about the choices that the Lindens make. And I do agree that that's just not good for business. But also, you know, I think that the opinions that your content creators have, all of it helps you to help create a better future for your platform, right? Because it's not always going to be all peaches and cream. And just right now, I feel like the relationship that they're building with their content creators, it just, it's not it, and I don't think it's the right fit for me. But I think that, you know, if that's something that you want for yourself, go for it. I was a part of the previous network and I had a good time. It was nice to, you know, log into Firestorm and see my name pop up there, being a part of the network. But I think going forward, I just want to be able to be informed for you guys and share that information and teach you guys like tutorials and things like that. I've been playing with the mobile app a lot, and I'll save my thoughts on the mobile app for my video on the mobile app. But again, I think that us out here in these YouTube streets, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, what have you, I feel like it's so, I don't even know, it's not easy out here. So, you know, if you're making the Second Life content and you love it, just keep it going, embrace the cringe, have fun, uh, be connected to those that support you. Your friends aren't going to support you. Sometimes the people that support you will become your friends, and that's a good feeling. But you know, don't anticipate your friends to support you. I have a lot of friends. They'll tell me, "Oh my God, I watched your video." They don't they don't leave comments, and I don't think people realize how important that is. They don't share. They just, you know, yeah, they'll be like, I watched your video. Video still sitting at 0 likes, you know. So, you know, if you have friends, even within Second Life, I learned this years ago. Don't take it to heart if they're not supporting you, because your friends are not going to be your support system. Your support system is going to be the community that you reach to, the people that your videos resonate with. Those are your supporters. So if you're, you know, sending out your YouTube channel link to like all your friends and whoever you hang out with in Second Life, or maybe like your friends in real life, just, I'm not going to hold you. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. So just focus on your craft. Focus on, you know, just finding joy in making Second Life content. because sometimes it's, again, it gets pretty rough and it feels limiting. But just keep doing what you're doing. And I do wish everyone luck. I would love to see everyone grow and flourish. And I really just want the Second Life content creator community to feel like a community. Because it feels like, yeah, do we have Second Life content creators? Absolutely. Is there a community? No. And I don't know, maybe there could be more conversation had on why people feel very closed off. And I wouldn't say that we're afraid to approach each other, but it's just a lot of reservation in building community. And say what you want about The Sims, but that's one thing that I do appreciate about The Sims. Like, they support each other openly. And one day maybe that might be something for Second Life. And I wanted to circle back to Strawberry Linden, because I remember when Strawberry did YouTube, she would do things for, and this is why honestly she is the best person for the position that she filled. She made some changes, like, there were, I can't say that she made them for sure, but there were some changes that happened when she got her role, that make me happy. And you just notice the difference, like, since she started. But anyway, I remember when she had her YouTube channel and she would do these videos. And I don't know, I might have to take Strawberry's idea, but like, she would do these videos and challenges that brought people together that did Second Life YouTube. Like, she would have, like, I think one time she had like a Zodiac challenge, but like every so often she would just do these like challenge videos and encouraging people to, like, do these tag videos at, like, for Second Life residents. And that was years ago, but that was the last time I felt that there was a sense of community within the Second Life content creator space. And it's gone. I don't know. Maybe if there could be some official initiative from Linden Lab, or maybe somebody, maybe I can volunteer myself, but maybe if somebody can just step up and do those things again, because that's when being a Second Life YouTube creator was fun. And it just felt like you were just meeting so many people. And like, I don't know, it's not like that anymore. It's not. So I also see a lot of people with new channels that are coming up, and they are amazing. Like, they're just really entertaining, and I want the best for them. One person that I've been watching, again, I'm terrible at leaving comments, but I am Ling. Her channel is so good. I love her content. Her videos are fun to watch, and it makes me happy seeing that there are people coming up in the Second Life YouTuber space, that are doing well and having fun and being consistent. And that's all that matters too at the end of the day, that you just have fun with it. But again, for those of you, I've watched some videos of people, and I've even talked about it myself, to where they just feel away about being a Second Life YouTuber. Create something else. Like, if you're not having fun making Second Life videos, if it feels exhausting, if it feels draining, make something else, try something else. I promise you, you'll feel good when you do it. The numbers might be there one day. The numbers may not follow you, but it feels good. And it's scary at first. It's scary to branch out and try a different type of content when you're so used to only being a Second Life vlogger, but it feels good. And I feel like once I started to branch out and try different content, and when I was streaming on Twitch, I think that's when a lot of you guys started to know me more, as a person. I feel like when I was running this channel, I just had this, I had this persona that I was trying portraying through my avatar. Because again, she is not me. Like, my Second Life avatar is a character. She is not who I am as a person. So like, when you see my Second Life YouTube videos, this is a character. This is not me. And that's why I'm really glad that I have the My Gameplay Diary live channel, because that is less roleplay based and just more me, chilling, being myself, having fun, talking to you guys. But yeah, this whole, when it was Mika Snow, when it was Ivy Snow, My Gameplay Diary, like, this girl is a character. She is not who I am as a person. But branching out and making other content, I think you guys just really started to get to know me, Ivory, the person behind the screen, and it's been feeling good, and I am really excited to just branch out and do different things. I'll keep Second Life going for sure. I'm not saying that I'm dropping Second Life. No, Vlogmas taught me to fall back in love with making Second Life content, and I'm making it in a way that I'm happy with and I'm proud of, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So but yeah, that's that. I did a lot of yapping. I don't even know if I'll edit this video. So if you hear me like stuttering, I do be having a speech impediment for real. So if you hear anything, or if you just hear me changing my train of thought, I don't think I'll edit this down too much. I just wanted to be a raw stream of conscious. I just wanted to yap for a little bit. Just think of me as your Second Life big sister. Your one big sister that went away for college, and you don't see her all the time, but when you do, you have a good time. Just think of me like that. Other than that, thank you guys for supporting me so much through Vlogmas. I know that over the years that I've had this channel, you'll see me come. I'll be around for 3 to 4 months, and then I'll just have 2 to 3 months where I just disappear, and then I come back, and then I disappear. One day I'll talk about it. Not today. Not today. But yeah, my journey as a Second Life content creator has been ridden with a lot of inconsistencies, and I know things would be different if I could be consistent. But for those of you that consistently show up to support me, if I'm here, if I'm on a break, thank you. Thank you so much. And I think my life is getting to a point where consistency would be something that I could have. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that affects this creative outlet that I have. And that's all I say about that. You would think after the couple of years that I've been experiencing this that I'd be able to talk about it, but I don't know. I can't. So, thank you for those of you that do come to support. Oh my goodness. Am I getting emotional? I think I am. Okay. I'm not getting emotional. I'm okay. Y'all know I'm a Cancer. I can't help myself. Like deep down inside, I'm actually just like sensitive, teddy bear baby. But yeah, like, no, truly, like, thank you. Like, I don't think that I would still be doing this without you guys. Like, even at the times where I'm not making content and I'm gone for like a month or 2 months, I feel so guilty because I'm like, my friends, I left them behind and I didn't even say anything. So, yeah, you guys, no matter how long I'm away, you always show me love consistently when I come back, and that's all. Like, no, I'm actually getting emotional. I thought I'd be able to at least give some insight, but no, not today. So, all right, so we will end it here. But I do want to say, like, truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. Because all the love that you guys have been showing me all month long is so much needed. It was so much missed, and I don't think you guys understand how much I needed it, and how good it feels to be able to show up for myself and do this. And I hope that you guys have been enjoying these vlogs videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I just, again, I don't even know what I said. I think I was just yapping the past like hour. But truly, if you are creating Second Life content, I wish you the best of luck. You're amazing. Your content is amazing. And I can't wait to see what you do next. And I wish you the best of luck. You are seen, you are valid, and you are entertaining. And to all of the people that support us Second Life vloggers out there, thank you, because we honestly could not do this without you guys at all. So I am going to get ready to go to bed. And yeah, it's getting kind of late here behind the scenes in Arizona. But I wish you a good rest of your day in your respective time zone. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.